I have a very severe allergy. I mean, EpiPen allergy. Break out in hives, need an ambulance, someone call 911 allergy. I am allergic to being broke. I developed this allergy early. Growing up in a single parent home in Greensboro, North Carolina, I learned the pattern fast. Ma, can I go out for basketball? No, we can't afford that. Ma, 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 can I join the drama club? No, we can't afford that. Then, my sophomore year of high school, I learned about North Carolina School of Science and Math, a free boarding high school available to every student in the state. What did my mother say? Nothing is free, and we can't afford that. I applied anyway, and I got in. I decided that education was the antidote to my allergy. So I pursued it relentlessly. North Carolina A&T State University, electrical engineering degree. That degree led me to NASA. NASA led me to Mission Control, where I became a flight controller for the International Space Station. Mm, the International Space Station. But that wasn't enough. I kept going. Master's in Business Administration, doctorate in Business Administration, 21 years as a civil servant, 28 years total, managing programs, leading teams, stewarding more than $91 million in federal grants over the course of my career. So, why am I still fighting this allergy? It was October 2010. I got the call that one of my nephews had been killed in a car accident. Let me tell you something about my family. At the time, I lived in Texas. They lived here in North Carolina. Distance and life had kept us apart. My interactions with my nephews had been limited. I flew home for the funeral. And when I arrived at the service, I saw two little boys, both about a year old, one for each nephew. I had never met them. Quite frankly, I didn't even know they existed. I stood there at the funeral looking at two babies who were my family. And I realized something. My allergy, it was cured. Hallelujah. But I had developed a new one. I became severely allergic to missing moments, to missing time with the people who meant the most to me. It didn't matter if I had money. What mattered was that I wanted those boys to know me, and I wanted to know them. So I made a choice. The career, it could wait. The money, it could wait. The moments could not. Fast forward to January 2025. My last role in the federal government was as the DEIA champion. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. My job was to make sure people belonged. A new president was inaugurated on a Monday. My role was terminated on a Wednesday. I could have left my family again, chased another position, moved from North Carolina to DC, fed the old allergy, but I didn't. At 52 years old, I retired. Retirement at 52 sounds like success. And in some ways, it is. But I want to be honest with you. Right now, today, I'm broke. I'm starting over, building a speaking business, teaching, writing. I went from stewarding $91 million in federal grants to being offered $25 to teach the STEM I supposedly love. Trying to convince the world and some days myself that I am worth more than $25. I am the woman who sent commands to space, who controlled systems on the International Space Station, and I have something worth paying for. But here is what I do know. I know quite a few kids: Caleb, Caden, Nas, Sanaya, Javion, Jameer, Jakaya, Jakar, and many more who know my name, who grew up knowing their Aunt Jaletta, Aunt Jay, and even Aunt Letta, who call me, who come to me, who know me, and I was there for every moment of it. So, yeah, I'm broke. But I am so full. Thank you.